How's it going? This is Odd.
Hey, it's Red here.
And Mal.
And you're about to listen to our podcast. I'm just going to give you a heads up. Probably not the greatest for having your kids around.
Nope.
We are a 18-plus podcast, and we would appreciate if you would take that into consideration, as we honestly have horrible mouths. And
well,
obviously,
influences will ruin your life.
Yeah.
Right. Obviously, by what our name is, we are the Ganja people.
And I was smoking during this intro.
Hey, I'm Odd.
I'm Red.
And I'm Mal.
And we are the Ganja people. What's going on?
Hey.
He says no as I hit the button. I was like,
I know, because I was
You
like...
delayed.
I did.
I'm sorry. It was my fault, too.
It's alright. I
my
just wanted
finger
to
was
not
just about
pour
to hit the button.
glass out, well, on the recording. But, well, hey, everybody. How's it going?
Just about.
Well, I mean, at least it was you pouring a glass and they didn't catch you, like, pissing or something.
Right. Hey, guys, it's just me. I'm pissing.
out with Red in the
I mean, you are the random one. Like, in the beginning, you're like, and I was smoking this entire time. Like, you're the random one.
Well,
you know.
now I'm pissing. And
Hey.
We're here with Red in the bathroom today.
they're in the shower. They're about ready to start this up. I'm about to leave because I don't want any of this.
You're like, I would prefer to not witness the copulation about to happen right here.
You guys are going to have a great show without me.
I will mention, though, you can't hear the birds tonight.
No, but they're not all fucking around today.
Well, it was kind of funny on last week's episode. I listened to it, of course, while I was editing it. And at the very beginning, the birds were very prevalent.
Oh,
like, you could really hear them.
I figured as much.
And then, towards, like, before we hit the halfway point and we did our second half, it was done. And then by the time we were halfway through the second half, then you could just hear the loud-ass cars going by.
Right.
And that was it. And I was like, huh.
That's funny. The
Interesting.
Noises. It's funny the noises that these pick up.
You can't hear frickin' Mal talk half the time, but you can hear a frickin' truck 8 miles away.
Well, we also heard the snowmobilers ripping.
Yeah, I know. Like,
ass.
that's a couple 100 yards.
Yeah, that's a good
And we can still
distance.
hear it, like, clear as day. So what's going on, guys? Hope you had a great week. Yeah,
Right,
we're
right.
so
It was
random.
It was a good week.
We haven't even smoked yet.
I know.
It's been an awesome weekend.
Somebody had another birthday around here.
Yeah, that's all three of us in the first 2 months of doing
Yeah,
I
shows.
know.
We just started this whole recording and we all celebrated our birthdays.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It was awesome, though. I had one of the best birthdays ever.
Right? So, I just want to say, like, we watch what our stuff comes up as, like, how many people we have watch our show, or listen to our show, I should say. And we're up to over 200 views already.
Yeah, I'm really surprised.
So, I mean, and that's just over, like, it's like almost 3 months now we're hitting almost.
Without you guys, I mean, we
We're
probably
getting there.
wouldn't continue. I mean, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying working for you guys.
Right?
Well, with us. I mean, really. Well, just work together.
I think he means for them.
Yeah, I meant
Yeah.
for them.
I was like, you're not working
I
for
know
us.
you guys.
Like, shit,
we're
we ain't
just
doing
we're
nothing.
just chilling here smoking weed. You know,
Yeah.
it's more for
Smoking
it's more for
weed.
everyone else. I mean, yeah, if you want to call it work, this is probably the closest thing I have to a job
Wait, if
right
this
now.
is working, then this is, like, awesome, but...
I mean,
That's what you're supposed to do.
if
in
we
life
can make
for a
some mad
job.
cash doing this kind of shit, man, I would just do it every day.
Right.
We do it in the morning, have like a morning smoke sesh, do a show every day. And it's,
do a
like,
wake and
I'll have to get
Get-
like a little shed that's out here on the property line.
get it ready to go at night, and then
We'll
just
just-
put it on at night.
We'll build a smoker shed off the reptile house. That has its own separate little door.
Now that's to smoke meats, right?
Yes.
That's what we tell. That's what we tell
Sure.
the children.
You guys eat your pets? No.
Just the slugger eggs. No.
You can eat them. You turn them into scrambled eggs.
Not
Because the
doing
inside
that.
of them is all yolk, and they make fabulous scrambled eggs.
Never.
Well,
That's gross.
that is gross.
An
but you know what's
infertile
not gross?
egg that came out of a reptile. No, thank you.
You eat an egg that came out of a chicken.
It's not the same.
You know what's not grody?
What?
The green hit of the night.
You're sure right?
I think it is time for a green hit of the night so these people can smoke with us.
Right.
So, I can't do justice to this bowl piece. So I feel like one of you two should talk about your new pieces.
Well, see, first off, we'll give the green hit to Mal because it was her birthday this week.
Right.
And then, of course, we have 4 new pieces because this weekend we went a little ham.
Because
it's a birthday.
Mal
it's
is
a birthday.
A spoiled fucking brat. That's what that is.
Hardcore. So, actually, our whole weekend was pretty interesting. We'll go over the whole thing in a quick spiel.
Well, I think we should talk about the starting pieces, or the chillum. We call it Squidward.
Squidward.
I was going to say
a little octopus on top of him.
Right. I was going to say, could we do it when we do the whole story?
We could.
We'll just do a quick thing. Just be like, okay. So the whole story. Okay. So, Friday we didn't do shit. Saturday, we hung out, got things around and ready
Friday,
for us.
Wasn't that where we were chasing the horse around?
Oh!
Yeah.
Well, we gotta go back that fucking far.
I was just going with, like, the good shit that happened this week, not the douchebag horse that is now at our farrier's house.
Yep, I sold the pony. I sold the spawn of Satan to the farrier because I got tired of chasing his tiny ass all over this fucking hillside.
So, Friday, she did that. We raided around. They took him. Done deal. Good shit. So, Saturday, we hung out with our children because, of course, we weren't going to see them until in the evening on Sunday. My mom got the kids at 3 o'clock instead of 4 o'clock.
No, you're...
And then we went to Erie to eat. We had Fridays with the most bangingest food they have at Fridays.
Oh my God. I love Fridays.
Okay, so at Fridays they have a Cajun shrimp and chicken pasta.
Oh my God, dude.
And it has these peppers in it.
Red bell peppers.
So I got extra Cajun in mine, and then you get JD sauce. I put JD sauce in it, and good God, the JD sauce is so good with it.
Dude, it's like heaven in a bowl.
It's sweet, but it's a good amount of spice with it, too. It's just the perfect sweet and spicy.
I don't eat spicy, and it's delicious.
It's just perfect spotting there on sweet and spicy.
It's a really nice balance. Really good.
So then we went to Smoke Buddy, of course, because Mal's never been to Smoke Buddy.
Wait, that was your first time to... Okay,
it was.
That explains why you got so many pieces.
So me and Miff went the first time, and then me and you went the second time, and then me and Mal went the third time.
So you're the expert here, that you brought somebody who was very impulsive.
We did good, though. We did good. We bought 4, but I took over $1,000 with me for the weekend. I plan on spending some money.
Right.
So, we got, first thing, on our way to Erie, we got drinks for the ride and stuff, and I bought a lottery ticket because I felt lucky.
Right.
It was my birthday. He's let's try. Birthday luck.
Mal's birthday. I'm like, go ahead and scratch it off. We won $200.
Jesus.
I know. I was like, holy fuck.
Wow.
Yeah, on a $10 ticket.
Yeah, I wish I had those days where I'm like, I feel lucky. It's
just random. I'm like, it's gonna be a good weekend. Fuck it, let's buy a lottery ticket.
See, the best
Maybe
part
I should just do it when I'm in a really good mood.
Right.
Just like, man,
that
I'm on top of the world.
gonna be a winner. Dude, that optimism's gonna be a winner.
The best part is that when we scratched it off, we thought we won $150, and then when we cashed it, they're like, "No, you were wrong," and they handed us $200. We're like, "Well, fuck."
So we got done with Smoke Buddy. Well, we were just getting ready to leave, and our piercer that we were going to get some piercings from, Matty B at Ink Assassins in Erie. He texted me and he's like, hey man, my last person fell off. If you guys are in town and ready or whatnot, he's like, I know you guys live out of town. And I was like, yeah, we'll be there in 10 minutes. So we literally rung out at Smoke Buddy, like rung our shit up, got in the car and took off. It's like a 4-minute drive from there to Ink Assassins. Went in, we went and got pierced. I got my ears done with a 10 gauge. Never started a 10 gauge. I'm just telling you now.
I'm surprised you started so huge.
Well, okay, so I'm gonna stretch my ears out at least to a double zero, to a 0, if not even to we're talking half-inch probably is what we've been debating. Is half-inch,
half-inch, something like that.
I'm thinking most likely half-inch.
Like a 12, I can understand. A 14's like just, that's your standard.
It's not, standard's usually 16 or 18.
16?
And ears are usually 16 or 18.
Yeah.
All right.
So, I mean, it's definitely like 4 steps up there.
Right.
So, I mean, and Mal's been stretching her ears for 2 months now. So, but she only puts hers up one a month instead of it once every 2 weeks.
I want to get my piercings back again, but I don't know. Like, I don't think I'd stretch my ears because nothing against you guys. I'm not crazy about the ears stretching.
I have huge ears.
It's not for everybody. Like,
nah. Like I said, I think we've been on this topic before. I think if I ever stretched my ears, it'd be just enough for like, so I can slip earbuds into my ears so I can always have
hold on, and not have to hold on to them,
right.
Which is probably like a 0.
Yeah.
I mean, for like something like that.
Yeah.
So then we got our piercings done, and
I got my nose.
Yeah, and Mal got her nose. We got sidetracked. Stoner thing, you know. So we stopped and got gas before we left Erie and cashed in our $200 ticket, which we were like, sweet shit.
Yep.
So then I was like, well, that paid for our piercings and almost all of dinner.
Right.
I was like, sweet. So we drove straight from Erie to Pittsburgh to Mal's best friend's house, which, by the way, she lives on the far side of Pittsburgh. Like, you know how you have to go through the gigundous fucking tunnel after you get over the Liberty Bridge? Yeah, we went through that, and then like 37 turns after that.
Fuck all of Pittsburgh. Sorry, I'm just saying, I'm not trying to piss off people.
No.
I love
Pittsburgh driving is ass.
You guys, it's rough. Like crazy it's people. Rough.
Yeah, Pittsburgh
driving a tilt bed through Pittsburgh. Ugh.
So yeah, it was.
Did I do better with navigating this time?
Yes, she did. She worked really hard to be a good navigator this time.
I worked so hard.
But like 37 turns once we were in Pittsburgh to her house, I was like, this is just goddamn stupidity.
And I got him through every single one of them. We didn't miss a single one.
In Pittsburgh, so that's really good for her, actually.
Google Maps?
No,
I use my maps on my phone,
That's what I always
so good.
use.
Oh, it's good. It works really well because you can see how many blocks you have to go before you have to turn.
And if you fuck up, there's an alternate path.
It's always like, oh, you suck. You're gonna have to go this way. It's gonna be 3 minutes slower. I'm like,
right.
But like, it took us forever to get there. Anyways, like it just kept going and going and going. For the love of God, like.
That's just Pittsburgh.
And like, turn in 0.4 miles. So you turn in 0.4 miles, you go, and it says 0.2 miles, turn. I'm like, fucker.
And the worst part about
0.1 mile. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah. The worst part about Pittsburgh is, as you're going to wherever you're going in your destination, it feels like there's more and more and more traffic. And it's just like swallowing you.
And then it was dark, and then it started to rain as we're trying to see the road signs.
It was
and we're
raining.
like, fuck life. And then we finally figure out where we're supposed to go. And we have to park on this big ass steep hill.
Like on the side of a fucking mountain. And they're like, yeah, don't park in the parking lots. Park on the road. We're like, fuck.
Hope you have some really good emergency brakes.
Well, it was pouring.
Yeah.
So that sucked too. And we had like 100 meters to walk from there with fucking, she can't pack a decent sized bag for one day.
I packed one bag in a purse.
For 37 days. Like, just fucking 38 pounds of bullshit. I'm like,
I brought 5 pairs of underwear in case I shit myself 3 different times.
Something. So then we got to Mal's little owl's house and hung out. They didn't get home till almost midnight.
I saw that. I was watching on Facebook. You're like, guys, get home sooner. Like, we can't get home till like 11.
It was hilarious to me though. So, finally, Mal's little owl's kids go to sleep and it's like, I don't know, 10:30, almost 11. And, we're like, fuck it. We're going to go out and smoke. And I mean, this is like, there's a big apartment complex and there's just apartments everywhere. And we don't see anybody, so we're like, fuck it, we'll just smoke right at the entranceway.
It's a bunch of apartment complexes.
Right.
So we're like, fuck it, we'll just smoke right at the entranceway.
Yep.
So I guess, come to find out, there's a CYS, that's part of a CYS building, I guess. Yeah, social worker is right there. Like, that's where her office is. I was like, oh, great.
Oh.
Yeah, because my little owl's like, when they got home, we went to go down and smoke again, and they're like, okay, but we can't do it right here because there's a social office worker right there. And we're like, I'm like,
then.
This is bowl number 2
already
for
did.
us.
And she's like, oh, you didn't. I'm like, oh, we did. And nothing happened, so we're going to do it again.
And of course, her and the hippies sat and laughed the entire time as we were starting to smoke another one.
Some black dude in his underwear tried to ask me for a cigarette.
We couldn't hear him, though. Like, he was super quiet. So then we were like, trying to be kind of secretive.
It was me back in January.
We're smoking out of nanners, you know, I mean, big-ass pipe. And, like, we're smoking out of that, so we're trying to, like, stay hidden in this cubby, and he's over there trying to talk to us. And, I was like, you're going to have to speak up, bud. We're really hard to hear, and plus it's raining. And we didn't hear what he said. I'm like, I still can't hear you. I'm sorry. Like, we weren't trying to be a dick. It was just we couldn't hear him, literally.
I told him that. I'm like, I literally can't hear you. My hearing is really bad.
And he's like, oh, never mind. It's all right. He was taking his garbage out, I think. So we're like, all right. So then, of course, the four of us are out there a little later on. He's like, can I get a bum of smoke off you guys? And we're like, oh, is that what you were asking for earlier? He's like, yeah. We're like, oh, we're so sorry. We're like, we were trying to be a dick.
I gave him I was the only one in that whole group that smoked. I gave him a cigarette. I let him use my lighter, and he was fine. But the first time he asked, he was definitely in his underwear.
So we hung out with them until like 2 and drank a little bit. And I mean, we were really pretty well ripped.
I mean, they drank. They drank.
We smoke, and so we drank and smoked with them.
And then we played this fucking game with these glasses that make your shit upside down and crazy.
Oh my God.
And good God. Like, yeah, you had to write shit. Oh, good God. That was rough.
Talk about fucking ridiculous. I'm not even going to try. I lose.
Bang.
Bob's your uncle.
Odd actually wins one for once. Anyways, so we went to bed at like 2, got up at 7.
Okay, you might have got up at 7, but I was up at like 2, and then at 3, and then like 6, because them fucking cats were terrorizing me all night. Every time I moved my foot, one of them went after it.
Anyways, we got up at 7 to get up for the day, because we went to a reptile expo at 9, and of course it's on the other side of Pittsburgh, for fuck's sake. The literal exact opposite side.
Yeah.
It was past Millvale, which I don't know if you know where Millvale is.
Roughly.
It's sketchy, Sketchville.
Right.
It's past that. Past the turnpike. You know where the turnpike comes across Pittsburgh?
Right.
Yeah, it's past the turnpike.
Oh.
That tells you how far over it is. Holy good God.
We found it, though.
So we're like, we're going to get up at 7 and leave at 8, so we have a whole hour to get there. It said 34 minutes to get there. I'm like, 34 minutes to go across one city. We're not even end to end. We're just, like, somewhat in the middle to the edge of the other side. It's like, fuck. We left at 8 o'clock. We were there in like 28 minutes.
Yeah.
If that. We had no traffic whatsoever.
It was beautiful. We missed the church traffic. No, you handed it to me.
Yep, you're right. Anyways, no traffic whatsoever. I was like, oh, fuck, we're going to hit Sunday drivers and churchgoers. Fuck me. Nope. There was no traffic anywhere.
It was beautiful.
We're like, holy fuck.
I could have drove in Pittsburgh at that point.
Wow.
Like, I don't drive in cities, and I would have been okay.
Wow.
Yeah. As long as I had a navigator.
Is this DJ stuff still?
No.
No, so this is the wedding cake.
This is the strain of the night, but I'm not ready for it.
Right. Now, this wedding cake tastes really interesting. It actually kind of has almost a cakey flavor. The aftertaste does.
I'm surprised you're actually picking up on it.
I just wanted to say that, just because I was like, is this DJ stuff, or is this actually the wedding cake? It definitely has like a sweet, like cakey flavor afterwards. I kind of like it.
Corn.
Anyway, sorry. I was just,
Oh, it's your story. You're just the one who's high.
Right. So we got there probably 20 minutes to 9 after we went and got breakfast. And, because I told Mal, I said, we're going to want to get there early. Because when we went to the one in Erie,
it was swamped.
Like, it was, you had to wait in line for 100 people probably to get in.
Yeah.
And it was in max capacity, so you had to wait for that too.
Now, is that max capacity in general or max capacity for COVID?
I mean, it's pretty fucking full. Let's be honest here.
Well, it was what, the insurance arena or something like that?
No, up in the Erie one, it was at the Erie First Sports Park, in like the part you can rent that's like super long, skinny building.
So it's probably rated for what, 1,000 people?
No,
at COVID?
like maybe 500.
500.
500 probably normal.
A lot of people though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there was definitely a couple hundred people there. Anyways, so we get there at 20 minutes. So there's like 20 people in line. And we got breakfast, so I was like, let's eat our breakfast before we get in line since there's barely anybody in line. She's like, all right. So I get through almost my whole sandwich because, me and you pound food like nothing.
Right.
She's got like maybe, Yeah, she's like maybe 2/3 of the way into it. And you just see like 6 cars pull in, and this ass load of people were like, let's go.
Yeah.
I dumped my sandwich into the car and off we went.
So we got in line. We were probably 35 people back. Not too bad. By the time they opened it, in like 15 minutes, there was a line all the way, like a half mile long. I was like,
my God.
Holy good God.
Yeah, there's a fuck ton of people.
I was like, God damn. It's $6 a person unless you're, what, 6 and under or 4 and under? Yeah. So 4 and under are free. Otherwise, it's $6 a person. They're making a fucking raping.
Yeah, well,
okay?
I mean,
because, like, wow.
4 and under, I heard the story of you guys where they were just screaming.
Yeah,
4 and under, they're in for free so they can get you out.
Right, get other people in, because holy fuck. Anyways, we meandered around for damn near 2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. The first guy had all kinds of harlequin geckos, which are like, they're black and gray and brown, and they're really dope looking. Right. They kind of look like they have like spearheads for heads.
Yeah, they're really neat.
They're really interesting shaped. And then he had leopard geckos, and of course he had house geckos, and all kinds of different geckos and shit like that. The second guy, who was a dick...
Yeah.
His personality was just horrible, and he had a little girl working with him that was just a dick to this little girl.
She was such a sweetheart, too. Like, she was super helpful and so nice, and he was just treating her like shit and pissed me off.
Some people are just like that.
Setting up. He wasn't even ready. And he had all these containers just stacked on top of each other with animals in them. Oh, and he's just, like, just shoving shit on the table. Like... Not setting it, shoving it. Just
I'm not gonna
tossing it. And I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm not going to lie. I didn't really like the container I saw him in when I first...
They transport them like that because they like small, confined places. It actually helps with their stress.
Okay.
And it's better to transport them, and those are in bags.
Right.
So it's okay. It's just
those
how
little...
he was handling. You handle them gently. There's a living animal in that container.
Right.
You don't fucking toss them around and whatnot. Like, be gentle.
Right, and this guy just wasn't.
Right.
Anyways, we saw a blue-tongued skink right at the very beginning, and we both were like, oh, he's super cool. And we just kept walking.
Uh-huh.
The next guy had alligator. One alligator that was probably 2.5 feet long.
Yeah.
And then he had a couple of different monitors. We're getting there. He had some monitors, which were pretty cool. Like he had some mangroves. Yeah, mangroves.
They were like hatchlings. They were like this big. They were so tiny. They were brand new little things.
Yeah, there was quite a few of them.
Yeah.
So then, on the other half of his... I don't know if it was his table or the next guy's table. They were straight just vipers. Ooh. A shitload of Gavoom vipers. A whole bunch of water moccasins, green bush vipers.
There was rhino vipers.
Yeah, a couple of rhino vipers. Yeah, he had. That's all he had was vipers and poisonous shit.
A ton of venomous.
Oh, he had like 3 or 4 rattlesnakes. Baby rattlers.
You could hear them. They had full. I think he had one full-sized, like full-grown adult gaboon viper. It was gorgeous, and I took a photo of it.
Right.
I'm going to just say, that sounds really cool on paper.
You saw the pictures. So.
But to my head, I'm like, fuck that noise. Like,
oh, for
cool.
Sure. I'm not looking to fucking touch them. I'm happy to look at them. I ain't touching them.
That's a really cool table, but I'm going to be over there now.
Like, that's a really cool nope rope, but no.
I'm like, can I have a snake hook or 2, please?
Oh, my God.
So then, of course, there's a fuckload of balls there. I mean, let's be honest.
Oh, yeah.
There's something red in the sky blinking.
Yeah, there is.
It's very strange.
Oh.
Anyways, there's a ton of balls there. Obviously, that's the big thing right now is ball.
They're pythons. Coming for us.
Ball pythons. They're the big ones right now. We also saw a good amount of turtles.
Reticulated pythons?
There was some retics there. We saw a few Amazonian tree boas. And then we saw some emerald tree boas, which someday we'll have some. We got to see mangrove monitors, tagus. Mal got to hold a black and white female tagu.
Dude, she snuggled into my arm and then went to sleep.
That was like 3 feet long.
Yeah, she literally, I was holding her like this, and she literally just laid in my arm against my belly and just went to sleep and was chilling.
So that
for like
explains
10
why
minutes.
you
I'm like,
really wanted
I
it.
did.
Oh,
really
she
wanted
loves
to know.
tagus, which they're a monitor, which she loves monitors,
I
but
know.
they're like one of the bigger kinds of monitors there are.
But they're more of like, no, they're like a mid-size. They're more of a reasonable size monitor. They're like 4 feet long, 5 feet long, something like that.
She says reasnble at 4 feet.
Okay,
that's with the tail, too,
my
though.
black dragon gets like 8 feet, so this is half that size.
Nope.
Red's over here shaking his head like,
They're giant puppy dog lizards. Like, they're amazing.
I'm lucky.
You like lizards.
My thing is I'm lucky I'm a really tall person because I have a Napoleon complex. I don't like people who are taller than me. So if there's something longer than me,
Yeah, but you're still taller than him.
Nah.
They just have really long tails.
Yeah,
But, okay.
Yeah.
So we're getting off topic. So then we saw another blue-tongued skink, a couple of mangrove skinks. There was a couple of different skinks of sorts.
Blue-tail skinks.
Blue-tail skinks. And then we saw one green/blue iguana, because they're actually a breed of green iguana, but they're blue in color.
Yeah. That was cool, because I want one of those someday. I want a blue one. They're not expensive at all. Like, I could have bought it that day. No problem.
Oh, we could have bought damn near anything that was there with what we had with us, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, going to an expo to buy a reptile, if you're going to buy a reptile and you know what you want, and it's usually fairly common at expos, you should buy it at an expo. First off, those are actual breeders, usually.
I would say talk to the people first. Be careful.
Right.
Because, like, that first dude, I don't like how he's treating his animals. I don't think he necessarily cares for them super great. But there was a lot of people there who were really good people to give a fuck, that really genuinely fucking care about their animals.
He probably only saw dollar signs and it was like, oh, okay, there you go.
Well, that's what it is,
but
for sure.
Like, 99% of the people there are going to be genuinely really good people.
And generally, most of them are breeders. They breed exactly what they brought with them.
And it could have just been like he was in a really bad mood that day.
No, this guy was just generally a dick. We really think so.
Okay, well.
When he's sitting there and all he does is count money and tells people he's busy, so he won't answer their questions, then...
Like, we wanted him to sex... Well, okay, so... We wanted him to sex the... blue-tongued skink, and he's like, you can't. And that's just what he said. Just wouldn't do anything else about it. Oh. I can't do that right now. I'm like, oh, okay. So anyways, we went through the whole place a couple of times. They had bearded dragons, too. I don't want to forget the beards. Bearded dragons are super cool.
My friend had one. Those are pretty cool.
They're super cool. I've had a couple of them.
I got to hold a baby reticulated python, and it curled up in my hand. Like, just wrapped around my finger and curled up and just chilled.
Now, mind you, this is only this is a hatchling from like March 28th, so it's barely 2 weeks old at this point, and it's over 2 feet long already.
They're big when they're born. Okay, it was adorable. And then I happened to find some carpet python babies, and I came damn near close to buying one. They were so awesome.
They were even coastals.
They were the only coastals in the building, and I almost bought one. But I didn't.
Good God.
However, we'll see. But
so, after 2 hours of looking through everything, I didn't figure I was going to get out of this place without having an animal.
Yeah, because I was nowhere near leaving.
I said to Mel, you want to take something home? And she goes, the blue-tongued skink from the beginning. Oh, okay. She goes, either that or that female tagu. I'm like, no. We don't have the room in our little house for a tagu. So we went back to, mind you, an axanthic, which now we know is an Indonesian blue-tongued skink. Now, the axanthic means that it's either black and white, or just black, or just white, but there is no other color in him besides black and white.
And gray.
And gray, of sorts.
Black and gray is what he is.
He's currently gray. Anyways, he was a little malnourished. Otherwise, he was very good shape. We ended up picking him up for a decent amount of money. We bought a cage right there for $200. The cage had everything in it that he would need. We did buy some different things that we thought he would like overall rather than
Mal added to it,
what it was built for, because it was built for bearded dragons.
Mal went a little hog wild, and over the last couple of days he's been adding to it. Because he needs more stuff.
We started our reptile collection with a Indonesian exanthic blue tongue skink.
And his name, guys, you ready? His name is Marbles. He's so fucking cute, and I adore the shit out of him.
We looked at it as Marbles because in the event that we ever do find a way to sex him, he can either be a boy or a girl at Marbles. So, we went with Marbles. Yeah.
Makes sense.
So, that's our weekend. And then we come home, he got ripped and took a nap, and then went and got our kids. That was our... We didn't mean to get as ripped as we did. No, we didn't. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, you guys got 4 pipes, and...
We had to bring them in.
Well, we only
also,
spoke
the
2.
Stuff I left you guys was pretty fucking...
just got destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... Anyways, that was our weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed our little story and our nonsense here and there, left and right, up and down.
It was an amazing weekend, and that expo was fabulous, and I touched as much as I could touch. And I held anything anybody would let me hold. I was all about that life.
Those little carpets were super, super cute. And you know, I'll tell you what they feel like, Red, because I know you're not a fan of snakes or anything, but this will help you with how it feels.
Like texture.
Because they're so small and they're such babies, they feel like the outside of a banana peel. Like soft and velvety, kind of.
I was always figuring more damp.
No, very soft and velvety, like the outside of a banana peel. Kind of. Almost that softness of them.
They're not wet at all. Like, even Marbles, I know he looks like he's wet, but he's not. Not at all.
Like, he's extremely soft. He's just a little bumpy because of all of his scales. Which he doesn't really have, like, scales that are scales by the feel of them. Right. Because they're so pushed together.
Probably more like skin, because if you look at your skin really closely, it's like actually little patches.
They're packed so tight together for, like, armor. So, they're really in there. So they go together so smooth. He's honestly a really cool little dude, and I think once you warm up to him, you're really going to like him.
So, that was our weekend. That was our long-ass story, which took up all of 20 minutes.
My husband's the best. He let me get a skink. I'm stoked, and he's taking me to another expo in a week and a half, and I'm excited!
Okay.
I got stoned all weekend. Just sat around playing video games. So, I mean, this is why I don't talk about my adventures.
He had a great weekend, too.
Yeah, I had a great adventure on my couch.
In Red's own way, he had a great weekend.
So, Mal.
Oh, shit. Is it my turn?
Oh, yeah, because
what's your dipshit question of the night?
I gotta find it. Hold on. I gotta get in here and get it.
All right. I guess so.
Well, while this is going on, I guess I could pour myself another drink.
Alright, guys, I want to know, what's the weirdest smell you have ever smelled?
Oh. That's a pretty crazy good question.
Ha! I knew it!
The weirdest smell. Okay, now, how do we...
Duran fruit. I think it's called Duran fruit. It is like, it's mushy grossness.
I've never smelled it.
And it smells like just dead shit.
I think this thing is dead, guys.
I think it was...
I mean, I thought it was like 4 hits ago, and I'm just brave.
You fuckers keep passing it to me.
Well, it's because we're all brave. Yeah. And we just play the game of who eats it.
Plus, that's
our game.
Style,
when I notice that everybody has to light it to get it to go, I'm like, okay, listen. That means it's empty, guys.
No, it means that we're just burning the resin while we're going. That's all.
Back to smell.
Definitely Duran fruit, though. It's really gross. I couldn't even imagine trying to eat the shit because it smells so gross.
Weirdest thing I ever smelled. Okay, listen, I worked in a hunting store. Do you have any idea the amount of times people broke lures or open multiple lures. You want to talk about some weird-ass smells that are fucking atrocious?
Ugh. Get you some dough piss on you by accident.
Oh, guys, it's bad. It's bad.
All I can really think of is, like, the smell of burning, like, tranny fluid, or... No! When you're burning up your transfer case in a 4x4, it smells really weird.
Have you ever dropped plastic, like a plastic tea stick wrapper in your dishwasher on accident and ran the dishwasher?
Yeah.
Dude, that's a fucking terrible smell.
I've never done such, I guess.
Well, that's because your wife double checks the bottom of the dishwasher, because her mother has.
That's not a shocker. She probably just saw it and was like, oh, I'm not reaching down to get that.
I have no idea, but man, it smelled like someone cooked a laundry basket and it was terrible.
Cooked a laundry basket, she says.
Ugh.
Oh, man. You guys have any other really weird ones?
I'm just trying to think, like...
I know, that's a strange question, isn't it?
The only thing I can think of are, like, car smells when it's, like, shit's burning and it's not supposed to be.
I'm trying to think of things that smell strange. Like, just Duran fruit.
I like the smell of diesel fuel, and that's a weird smell.
I don't mind it. It should have been what are weird smells that you enjoy.
Yeah.
I love smelling gasoline.
I don't mind gas at a distance. I don't like it up close.
Oh, no, when you're pumping gas, I'm sitting in the car going...
You see, that's a distance. You're not up, like, right up on it.
Oh, if I'm pumping gas, I'm doing it just as much.
I used to be a pump jockey at Quickfill, so I know the smell of gas. I like it.
I don't mind it.
I like the smell of, you know, when I spray stuff outside to keep the paint from coming off? Yeah. The smell of that stuff, I love it.
She's talking clear coating.
Oh, clear coats.
Like, aerosol clear coat.
My mom used to do it in the kitchen. I'd sit in the kitchen on the floor and just smell it.
That sounds about right.
Oh, you know, it's a weird smell.
What's that?
When you clean your bong, and then your house smells like that odor of the bong water for a while. It's like, ugh.
We don't have that problem usually.
I do.
We empty our bong water every time after we're done with it.
That's probably for the best.
Right, yeah. And not to mention, like, with the kids, it makes it smell worse.
Yeah.
So we try to hide as much smell as we can. Which our house doesn't smell like weed whatsoever, I'm just saying.
Yeah, because you guys smoke outside.
Yeah.
Right, and we keep all of our pipes and everything in our room.
Yep.
So it's just our room centralized that could have any sort of odor whatsoever. Which generally 90% of the time it doesn't.
The only time it does is if we get freshly done smoking and we put it in our room.
Or I come over.
Or we forget to tap it out when we're done.
Yeah.
Or if we forget to take the bong water out.
Yeah.
Then it smells like bong water in our room.
Yeah.
But that's the only time. Oh, good God. My legs are falling apart. I swear to God. And we broke our futon.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I broke the futon today.
Oh, was it today?
Yeah. Me, Mal, and Tucker sat out here and broke it. Tucker's our fathead dog, by the way.
I love Tucker.
That's his name. He's just fathead. He is. He's a fucking fathead.
He's the best baby ever.
Silence! No.
Sorry.
So what's your second question?
What's your other question? Yeah.
All right. Is cereal soup? Why or why not?
Oh, God damn it.
I mean, I guess if you're looking in, like... Because borscht is cold usually, too.
Okay,
like
but
cereal
it's
would
literally
be.
So
milk
is a hot
and
dog a
cereal.
sandwich?
Like, it's literally milk and another ingredient.
So then Red said...
Is a hot dog a sandwich? Yes.
I mean, in essence, it's got a bun and meat in the middle. I mean, that's what a sandwich is. But,
yeah, it's got quote-unquote meat. Okay, but it's classified as
lips
meat.
and assholes, but you know.
It's classified as meat.
Yeah. I mean...
It's a sandwich.
Is a cake just a lasagna?
It's its own thing. That's all it is. Honestly. Cereal is its own thing. It
really is its own thing. It's not soup. It's not soup. I'm sorry.
Because if you start it by putting your cereal and your milk together, it starts out as crunchy. But if you let it sit, it gets mushy and gross. And it changes consistency. Soup doesn't. Soup stays the same consistency the whole time unless you, are really, really, really hot with it and it's burning off any excess.
That, or if it's like a fresh soup, like you chop up your own veggies and then you put it in and it starts getting softer and softer and softer as, you know.
Well, like if you put noodles in it or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but normally the consistency doesn't change in it. Like, once it's made, it's the same.
It's different because...
overall.
That's why cereal has its own fucking aisle in the store, okay? It's all its own thing.
Not to mention, there's also the debate, is cereal just for breakfast, or is cereal anytime and or snack also?
Well, here's the thing. I've eaten cereal at any point in my life. I've eaten any meal
all three
at
of
any
us
point
have.
in my life.
All three of us have, let's be honest.
Hello, that's how Mal survives. I literally live on cereal.
I've had cold pizza for breakfast, so I
eat that for breakfast often, actually.
I ate it for brunch the other day. Well, I warmed it up.
It's not cold because she doesn't like cold pizza.
I don't like cold pizza. I have to warm it up in the microwave.
Because she's just meh.
Sometimes it depends on what the pizza is.
If it's Little Caesars, I'll eat it cold. But I don't like Pizza Hut's cold because their sauce is funky when it's cold.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Pizza Hut.
I like Pizza Hut sauce hot, but it's just funky cold.
Augie's pizza is my favorite, reheated or fresh. I don't care.
I don't like Augie's because it's just soggy.
It's greasy
it's literally soggy.
My problem with Augie's is I don't like how they cut their pizzas.
Oh, you don't like the square pizzas?
I do not like the square pizzas.
I don't mind that. It's not that bad.
That's the only thing I don't.
I would rather have a stromboli.
I do like their food. I will admit, I have eaten their food. It's all right. But my problem is I don't like how they cut their pizzas.
I love
Strombolis. That's all I got to say about Augie's. Just get a fucking
their
Stromboli.
Strombolis are really good.
They're banging. They're expensive as fuck.
They are expensive. And when I was pregnant with... if I was pregnant with the baby or the other boy, I can't remember. But I wanted Strombolis on a regular basis, and it was an expensive habit.
Yeah, they're $9 a piece. And they're not that big.
Wow.
And I eat a whole one.
I can eat 1.5 of them, that tells you anything.
Okay.
I mean, maybe not right now I couldn't because my stomach's shrunk.
When it comes to Stromboli, I usually make my own, so...
I like making my own because, of course, I work at a Subway, and I can just take a bread out, thaw it out, flatten it out, fucking make my wrap it.
Hold on, pause. Are you fucking telling me right now, this very minute, that we've been together 5.5 years and you have not once brought me home a Stromboli that you know how to make and I didn't know?
I'm not good at flattening out my bread and putting it, folding it. I make pepperoni balls, no problem, which you've had. Thank you.
I didn't say pepperoni balls.
But what I'm saying though is Strombolis are different. They're long and skinny and they're really hard to get your bread flattened out far enough that you can actually roll it properly. When Morgan worked for me, Morgan could make a really banging Stromboli. She did all the time. Anytime we had extra breads, she would just usually you do it with 2 breads and make a big fucking bastard. But my mom used to doing that too. Take a silicone sheet that we have on Marvel's top there. One of those, and then two breads together to make a big fucking Stromboli, and then make that for dinner. And make more or less a BMT with pepperoni, salami, and ham in it. And then put American in it with provolone.
Okay, well,
But now we have Swiss, so you could do American and Swiss together, which that's normally what you put in a Stromboli.
Okay, well, I want one.
Oh, okay. Well, why don't you learn how to make yourself one and make yourself one?
No, I want one of yours from Subway.
That means I would have to make it.
Pretty please.
Sorry. I just can't do it. I'm just saying, I don't know if you understand the amount of bullshit that goes into making a Stromboli. I'm just saying.
Make Val make it as payback.
No. Do you want it to taste good? Come on.
Okay, then
we're talking about me and my creations, not other people. They're just an aspect.
Well, just make her do the bread part of it.
Why would she know how to do the bread part of it?
I didn't say she knew how. I'd say make her.
Well, if she doesn't know how's she going to do it then?
I don't know.
Exactly. You're not making sense.
Now you need to add it into the training. All of your special sandwiches, everybody has to pass with a grading score of 75 or above on all of your special creations.
Yeah, right.
That's a brilliant idea, because then I can make any of them make my sandwiches.
Yeah, but see, yours isn't a special creation. Yours is just shit that you like, so that's what I put on it.
It's delicious.
Mine's just a lot of everything.
Huh?
Mine's just a lot of everything.
Literally, Mal has 3 or 4 at Subway. She'll be like, can I have the breakfast steak thing? Or can I have a steak wrap? Or can I have a tuna wrap? Or... Yeah.
I get the same fucking sandwich.
Spicy Italian on Italian herbs and cheese.
Yep.
Every time.
I've gotten it since, 2007?
He used to get double meat. Sometimes he just gets
Sometimes I get it if I have the extra money. It's like when your stimmy drops, you add bacon.
We've been like that very much lately. It's been kind of bad. We've been bad. But it's okay. So, you guys know what time it is?
Is it Urban Dictionary word of the night?
It may be.
Please?
It may be.
It's my fave. I won't look.
Alright, I'm not really worried about it. What is a tan suit scandal?
A tan suit scandal? Is that what you said?
Yep.
Huh. I don't even have the slightest idea.
I bet it's them people in Florida that use the fake tan shit to make themselves look good that try and sell you a whole bunch of bullshit like timeshares and whatnot.
I was just thinking those people that are they try to be like a lawyer, but they're not a lawyer or something.
So you're saying that there's being a scandal based off of their looks of what they want to be, or they're portraying, but they're really not.
I'm gonna be a lawyer. I don't have the proper documentations yet. I will soon. But, while I'm learning to be a lawyer, I'm gonna be a lawyer.
He wants to look fresh.
I'm gonna wear, what I can afford, maybe like a cheap suit sometimes, and just look, I'm a cheap lawyer.
Dude, if I was a lawyer, I would come in with fucking what do you call that? Paisley fucking looking
oh god,
or plaid suits
you wear
or
that
something
rainbow suit that Brian wore for Easter.
Yeah, some ridiculous ass shit going into court. Fuck yeah, that'd be sweet.
You'd be just decked out in gothic jewelry, walk in, but it's suit. But you got chains and stuff all over.
Well, have you ever seen the funky suits they had at Walmart and shit that they had for sale? They're just funky as fuck.
Right.
Okay. So, anyways, holy good God. Oh, okay. A tan suit scandal is a scandal so trivial it can only be compared to the backlash from Barack Obama's tan suit. Now, who knows about this tan suit Barack Obama has? Because I don't give a fuck, first off.
That's hilarious.
I don't even know, this Barack Obama tan suit, because let's be honest, I don't give a fuck about that guy. So, I don't even know. Sorry. I don't do politics. I don't really give a shit because they're a bunch of horse shit.
I was so far off.
But I was like, oh, okay. But there you go. Oh, and their thing they had was, hey, did you hear about Biden's Rolex? Who does he think he is, Trump? Nah, man, I ignore those tan suit scandals. Tan suit scandals. Good God. That's
a mouthful.
That's a bitch. It is. It's a whole big ass mouthful.
Yeah, it is.
Big old bunch of
booty.
Nonsense.
All right. That's that. We gonna smoke another one? Bang.
So where does it go?
Me, then you, then Red. Red was inches behind you.
Damn.
I've been smart after that first time. I've been using this hand for that game instead of this hand. Wow!
Damn. I should have tried her.
I hit my new piercing on my
nose. It
nose.
tastes like strawberry cakey.
Where'd my fucking lighter go?
That might be
it
a
wouldn't
little
be an
bit
episode
of my
if I didn't.
Sure isn't mine, because mine's a clipper.
It wouldn't be an episode if Mal hadn't lost her lighter. There it is.
What, you going mad, are you?
No, I was saying something needs to keep that warm well.
Oh.
Yeah, because
I thought you wanted me to light it up, and I was like, hot damn.
We could go.
I was like, god damn, going double fisting it.
We're on the show, so it's going to be hard to talk while double fisting.
I mean, we've been known to double fist them.
Oh, sometimes you just got to go balls deep and double fist.
It wouldn't be balls deep no more if it was double fist. It'd be wrist deep.
I mean, it's better than going all the way to the elbow.
That's the way with cows, bud.
Hey, I mean,
it's not really that
cold
cold
horses. Out. You watched me get elbow deep in Cricket's ass one night.
That's not really cold out, so I'm not super worried about it.
Remember when Cricket was sick? You watched me be elbow deep in his ass one night because he had colic.
Get yourself a big enough girl.
Pulling shit out. Literally, she was reaching in his asshole, pulling shit out. Literal shit.
Sounds like a
is that or
fun
you die?
class.
Sounds like a German porn.
It was either
Get this Scheiße!
Oh god. It was either that or he died. So like,
Mom,
and
have
I
you
went.
ever started a Scheiße video before? What?
What now?
Hey, Mom, have you ever started a Scheiße video before?
A German Scheiße video?
No, honey, go to sleep now. Mom.
South Park, yeah?
Yeah. Bigger, longer, and uncut.
My favorite song in that entire movie is "Oh, my friend Kyle's mom's biggest bitch, the biggest bitch of
Great
all
song.
life."
I used to listen to that song religiously back in the day.
My other favorite from that TV show is Uncle Fucker.
But it also helped that I had my best friend be named Kyle. So I was just like, well...
That and Uncle Fucker.
Uncle Fucker was great.
I dated a dude one time named Kenny. I made Kenny jokes all the time at him. He hated it.
Speak up.
Sorry. My throat is fucking fucked right now.
Yeah, I get it. I'm trying to...
I'm trying not to cough is what I'm trying to do.
Fuck you, you fucking fucks!
Yeah, like, I'm trying, man.
I'm trying really hard.
I just can't handle it.
Can't handle the drugs.
So I was trying to avoid.
Dying!
Yes. Squidward is kicking my ass.
It's funny because Squidward's a really small chillum.
Yeah.
A brand
Anyways, we
new
didn't even talk about our 4 pipes. When we went over Smoke Buddy, we got sidetracked and never really went over them. Alright, so we got 4 new pipes. One of them is a Gandalfian pipe. I don't know what you actually call them.
I call it a Gandalf. I'd call it a Gandalf. It's just
I
shorter.
see them labeled at that, so I mean,
I'd literally call it a Gandalf.
yeah, it's just
It's a long...
It's so much... I call it short for a Gandalf.
It's
but
similar
it's
to what
big.
you would consider like a peace pipe. Just a long-necked pipe with a, an upwards bowl on it. No
That
big deal.
was the second piece we smoked out of.
Yes.
I didn't think we talked about that when we hit it. So.
That's yellow, and we call it nanners. And it's got some pink in like there's little swirlies in the bowl.
I picked it up because you said something about nanners. I was like, oh, you know what? I think that was a cue. Let's talk about it.
Right?
yeah.
And then we have
And then we
Squidward.
got sidetracked. But
Squidward, which is what we're smoking out of right now.
So the girl that was waiting on us, okay? First of all, she's my favorite person who's ever waited on me ever. Okay?
Her name is Sable.
Yeah, she's adorable, by the way. First thing she does is she loved my unicorn that's on my ankle. Okay, so then she was in love with the fact that I did it myself. And then she saw my snake on my hand, and she's like, I love him too. I'm like, he happened the same day.
And then, of course, they got talking about reptiles and how Sable had reptiles, and we were there for a minute.
Yeah, well, she showed us Squidward. And I looked at Odd, and I'm like, we have to have him.
So Squidward, as you can tell, has an octopus and or squid on him. This is an octopus, actually, not a squid.
Yes.
And is a chillum that's yellow on the bottom with blue in the middle, and then it turns clear at the top. There's also some red on the backside of him. Yeah.
And he's a little white dude.
It's going to be
eyes.
pretty fucking dope when he gets, like, ugly and dirty, And then our next one we call it the mermaid pipe currently, because it looks like it's got, like... sparkly scales in it, kind of. It's really cool looking.
It just reminds me of
and
a
it's
mermaid.
blue, and it's like
I know
it's gonna be purple
but it
when
reminds
it's dirty.
me of like an evil mermaid. So I know exactly what we're gonna name it. I just have to go find the book.
Esmeralda.
No, I have to go find what exactly the name is, but it's in a really good book. I just haven't read it in a while.
And then
we'll have to update you on that.
Yeah.
And then our last but not least pipe we got. It looks like a rug on the end of it, like on the bulbous part where the bowl is. So Mal's like, it looks like a rug. I'm like, we should call it Persian. So then, of course, Mal's little owl's like, we should call it a Persian name. So as we're going through Persian names, we found the name Daria, which I don't know if any of you ever watched MTV when you were a teenager and you're 30 now. There was a TV. Well, actually, it was before we were teenagers. It was like when we were like 10. Daria was out. Daria was super dope. It was super dry humor, just funny as fuck.
It came from Beavis and Butthead. She was just a character in Beavis and Butthead, and everybody was like, make a show about her. She's got an interesting story, and that's where she spawned off from.
Right. But it's super dry, hilarious, funny, great shit. I mean, it's like, your kids won't understand some of the humor in it, but it's rated Y7, aka a 7-year-old. It's fine for youth 7.
I remember they played it on Teen Nick for a while, the channel next to it, if you had like a bigger package on your...
I only watched it on MTV. That and Celebrity Deathmatch. That's what come on after it every single Thursday. New Daria come on every Thursday at 7, and at 8 o'clock they had like older episode after the first one. The first one was always new when they had it. And then the second one was an older one, and then they had Celebrity Deathmatch. Every Thursday night. That's what I watched, 7 to 9 o'clock. Every Thursday night when I was a kid, okay? And then TNA come on. So I watched TNA. No, it's not tits and ass. Yes, it's the wrestling company. Just saying. My parents would not have approved of that.
But damn did I try.
So I got what I wanted because it's a Persian name, and you got what you wanted because it's a name that you
the
enjoy.
dope-ass show from when I was a kid.
So it's like a really nice mix.
Right.
It was a perfect name.
But she's a dick. So we're not smoking at her because she's a dick.
Listen, she's bad bitch. All right. That you guys would listen to us cough the entire show.
If you guys are thinking we're coughing a bit now, you should see Daria.
Remember the end of the pipe off? That was...
Oh, Jesus. We were all dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm pretty pumped to be smoking our mermaid pipe next because this is a dope-ass pipe.
Yeah.
It is super smooth. Kind of a rough because it does have a huge carb on it, and it's brand new, and it's like an open chamber straight down.
But when she's dirty, she'll be a really nice smooth hit.
It's super dope though.
Sorry.
We're all making different noises. Yeah. Red's over there spitting. I'm coughing. You're burping.
Well, I went to hit the pipe, and I realized there was a burp stuck in it. I tried to inhale, and then I burped in the middle of the inhale. I was kind of pissed. So I opted to burp first.
Right. Well, it was just funny because he made 2 noises, I made a noise or 2, you made a noise. I'm like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing now. Just making random shit. You guys want to do voices too while we're at it? We can do some voices.
It's going to bum me out because I'll find out what voices I can't do.
Kermit the Frog here.
Do I do voices? Do I have any voices?
I don't know. I don't know.
I must say.
I think the only thing I can think of is, this is Patrick. And it's the worst Patrick ever.
Who?
This is Patrick.
All mine would be video game references. So
I mean,
they would go over your head unless you played like Metal Gear and shit like that.
I got Gingy. Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man! Well, she's married to the Muffin Man. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. I mean, if that's what we're getting into, is noises and voices. That'd be fun. Noises and voices.
My noises are always just random, though. Like, I just all of a sudden have a random sound effect for some bullshit. It's never the same thing twice.
Now, have you ever watched Schaefer Bates?
No.
I know that Mal has.
I have?
Oh, yeah, many times.
Okay.
So, you don't know who Schaefer Bates is, then?
Is that, like...
He does voices.
No.
Like, retarded amounts of voices.
Maybe I know him.
Is it the dude that sings the Disney thing you tagged me, and it was all the bunch of different Disney voices the dude's singing?
No, this guy does, like, Al Pacino, and then, like, I mean, he does, like, every character from every show you can think of, including, like, I mean, he does...
Like I said, I probably know of him through something.
Like, he even has the face. Like, he even makes his face look like them while he's talking like them. But he's famous for doing conversations between, like, all I could think of is the guy from Home Alone. Joe Pesci. He'll do Joe Pesci talking to, like, I don't even fucking know. Some other, like, mobster kind of guy. Sounded like Al Pacino. It would be him and Al Pacino. They'd be talking about going on a date to a tea party or something. Like, it's just, and he talks back and forth, doesn't stop or anything. And it's all just one shot. And he's just, like, doing both of them. It's just really crazy.
I need a medium sidetrack. Did I ever tell you he brought me home an autographed picture of Marv from Home Alone?
What? No.
I have it in my bedroom. It's the greatest
I found it
ever.
in a book
Wow.
while working with Mike.
Wow.
It's mine, and I love it. But I don't know if I ever told you. And it reminded me you had to know about it.
That's awesome.
Because I love Marv. He's my fave in that whole movie.
And it was just a random thing that we found in there, in a book. And I was like, no shit. It was in a Dr. Seuss book at that.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, way to go.
I want to say that has gonorrhea.
That's Gound.
So, you can have that.
Gound.
Has a case of, being dead.
What?
So, no, me and Red are... What are you doing, dude?
Oh,
It's like,
Fuck, man.
just dump it all over yourself,
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
fucking
Dumping
hell.
juice.
So anyways,
Anyway.
me and him are mentally talking to each other. And, like, Mal's not getting any of it. She's not even noticing. So, like, me and him are talking back and forth mentally. Look, staring at each other.
You know what they're doing? They're plotting on how to fuck me over somehow. I know it.
We're talking to each other mentally via being stoned and staring at each other, knowing what we're meaning. Because I've been meaning to go like that. And you still got Red on it. Dang it.
Because I had my phone in
Right,
my hand.
right.
I was about ready to talk about, the strand of the night, which has been wedding cake.
Which we have mentioned.
Sorry.
Yes, we have mentioned it a few times.
Sorry, I ruined your bum. Sorry.
Oh.
I didn't know she was going to do it.
Well,
I mean, it's probably not the
him.
first time you've ruined her bum.
That was hilarious, actually.
Motherfucker. I was trying to, like,
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
give you a cool intro with your wedding cake.
All right.
So, wedding cake here. It is a hybrid. It is THC of 22%.
I would hope it's THC.
I would hope so, too. Nah, it's actually...
Just CBD.
Yeah, straight of it. It's more of a calming effect. But it's more in the middle of the scale, so it's... In general, I feel like I don't know.
It's okay.
It's alright. Gives you relaxed feeling, happy, euphoric, and uplifted.
Okay, I just feel hungry.
It's
and
weed.
calm.
I'm gonna say, besides this other stuff we say every other week, I'm gonna say one thing. I kind of got a headache.
No, I'm fine on that front.
I kind of got a little bit of a headache.
I'm fine on that front. I like the flavor of it. It tastes almost like strawberry.
Taste really good.
And the aftertaste almost tastes kind of strawberry-ish and cakey.
But it's supposed to help with stress and anxiety and depression.
Oh, man. So. It's weed.
Yeah.
Like, I wish they had something that was actually more accurate than every one of them saying, oh, well, it's relaxing. Like, I would love for them to hear 100 people say, all right, speak for a minute straight about what you just smoked. Like a half hour ago. Like what you thought of it, how you're feeling, blah, blah, blah. And then take some of those words and put it in those. Individually, each one.
Right.
Because 100 people will probably come up with like, oh, it's really dank. Like it has a really pungent smell to it. Or, you know what I mean? Like different people would say that or like,
right.
I'm just saying.
No, I get what you're saying.
Sorry to get sidetracked, Red.
Right.
I know you're just getting queued up for your next statement, but
yes. It is a crossbreed of cherry pie and Girl Scout cookies, which we have featured cherry pie on the show before,
and we've talked about Girl Scout cookies here and there.
We have.
I mean, because we do love us some Girl Scout cookies.
Yes,
I mean, don't get me wrong.
I love all kinds of Girl Scout cookies. Get me wrong.
Ain't none of them bitches ever done me wrong.
Right.
I need me some tag-alongs.
You're all set then?
Yeah,
that's
that
okay,
was,
cool.
Yeah. There was
so
really...
parents are apple or cherry pie and Girl Scout. That's crazy.
I feel like it has nice little vanilla-ish cake to it. Maybe a little bit of strawberry.
I like the taste of it, but I wish the high was a little stronger.
Oh, for sure. We're 3 bowls in right now, and I can feel it in my eyes, like behind my eyes, and my eyes feel relaxed.
Like I said, I got a nice head high going, but I do got a little bit of a headache.
I wish I had more of a head high. Like, I just don't, it's just not there. But then again, me and Mal have a pretty high tolerance for us right now. It's just how it is.
Right.
So, we'll let you go first. You won, so.
Hello, prettiness.
Red, have you started one yet tonight?
Nope.
No?
I lost.
I got you.
Now I feel bad.
I lost.
He goes, that's the game. That's the game. Well, I started the last 2. You started the first 2, so.
I usually start the game so I can lose a round or 2.
Right.
I love this pipe. This is my favorite one we got this weekend.
We have so many awesome pipes. It's hard to really decide which really is your favorite.
I know what's my favorite.
I like your nanners a lot.
Just out of these 4 or out of all, 19 or...
It might even take my top spot out of all of your guys' pieces.
What is your fave?
I do like...
Before he says it, I want to guess either Bob or Dave. That's what I'm guessing for Red.
The worst part is I'm making sure I'm saying the right name, and I don't know if I am because I want to say it's Bob because it's
the Sherlock.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Bob.
Yes.
It's Bob.
I do like Bob.
Bob's always been my fave. I've always loved Bob.
I gotta say, I really do like bananas.
Listen, my number 1 spot is taken by Moray, and that'll probably never change.
But
my second spot is what can be debatable.
What was my favorite pipe forever was my Gandalf pipe for the longest time. I don't smoke out of it all the time, but that doesn't mean it's not my favorite piece.
Well,
I didn't want to break my favorite piece.
Yeah, you're doing it out of protection.
The only difference is now I say my favorite piece out of all of them is my fucking gravity bong, but that thing's dope as shit.
After the night that we puked on it, I don't know how much I want to do gravity bongs. I didn't like that feeling.
It was
like that feeling of just like a whole bunch of water and you just choke it down as fast as you can to get more.
I think that night it was either a mixture of what we ate at McDonald's and it wasn't the greatest stuff I had that night. I think that was the stuff I had laying around. So it was rough. So
just bad life choices altogether is what it was.
I think it was probably no. It probably wasn't too great.
I don't know. It's really hard for me to decide if this one or Bling Bling or Caddy are in my number 2 spot.
I'm definitely thinking Caddy's definitely up there for me. Bob's always been my fave. I've always loved Dave. Those have always been 2 of all of our older pipes. Those are 2 of my favorites. Of course, you gotta love PK. PK is just a classic for me. But out of the newer pipes, Caddy's definitely my fave. I love Caddy. Caddy's just literally cattywampus. It's just
Had
weird.
They done Caddy yet?
Huh?
Have we done one on Caddy yet?
We did. We even had the picture of Caddy.
Okay.
Caddy's just literally cattywampus. It's just fucky. It's just a fucky pipe, and I just really fucking like it because I like fucky things.
Yeah, it's just a strange pipe. This one is super pretty.
I can't wait until all of our new pipes get dirty. Because let's be honest, there's nothing better than a dirty pipe. And Red's over there is like
clean pipes, but
yeah, Red's like, no, I like me a clean pipe. Me and Mal are on one side of the fence, and Red's on the other.
I like dirty pipes, but sometimes they do need to be cleaned. So.
And then there's us.
I've literally never scraped any of our pipes clean. I've never deep cleaned them. We've scraped them a little bit. We burned the resin out of them.
Blue scraped them really good.
One time.
One time
but
he did.
We've never, like, cleaned them to...
We've never boiled them out or anything like that.
Some of the
I
older
used to
ones,
have the time to waste where I would just sit down and just scrape a pipe.
Yeah, I got 3 kids. I ain't got that time. So we just kind of...
I still have the time, but I don't want to. I'd rather do something else. Because I hate dealing with my hands afterwards because they're so sticky.
Yeah, and you can't get it off your fingers. Is it
rubbing alcohol.
Okay, well, listen.
Thing is if you have any cuts in your hand, you're going to find out stupid fast.
That's my favorite. Isn't that your favorite part of rubbing alcohol?
Right now I'm taming a little tiny lizard that has little tiny claws. Like, can we not put alcohol in my hands? I'm going to have little cuts in my hands. It's going to be a thing.
Yeah, Marbles has got really sharp little tiny claws. As I'm digging out a fucking, what you call it?
Oh, hey. I forgot I was smoking a cigarette.
Go figure. Yeah, I'm trying to dig out a sliver from my hand.
Oh, yeah, we were moving part of the fence today.
No, we weren't moving it. We were tearing it down.
No, I said removing.
Oh, I thought you said moving, and I was like...
No, removing.
Yeah, we were moving it. The fuck out, ya!
I was clipping wire and dragging wire while he's talking to the dude trying to buy the shelter out there.
Sounds like a fun time.
And then he removed all the posts out of the ground for me.
AKA hulked them into death.
He just broke them off at ground level and off he went. I'm like, okay.
Fuck pulling them things out for like 10 minutes. Just fucking break them bitches off.
They were old ones. Like, they were definitely not some of the ones we
Right,
did.
right.
They were the original ones when we moved here. They were old as fuck at that point. So, basically, all it needed was a good and that was it.
And
Just
I mean,
give it a nice kick.
Hence how the pony got out. He figured that out with that one section of fence and just took the whole thing out.
Just give it a nice little kick.
Yeah.
Oh, I just have to push it over with my hand. Literally.
You should have seen him trying to hawk the really big ones over there, like the thick ones that the gate was on. We were trying to wiggle it back and forth and trying to pick it up out of the ground. Yeah, no.
Oh my god.
It didn't happen. By the way, the guy that's coming to move the shelter is just going to get him out with his excavator while he's here.
Oh, wow.
Excavator.
That's what I said.
Not excavator.
X.
I tried, okay?
X.
There's no need to be buttholes here. What are you two laughing about?
I'm not gonna lie, I just went stupid.
Obviously, these two
the past, like, I'm so glad my segment's over because I went dumb.
I'm too busy trying to dig out a fucking...
I can't find my lighter!
Go figure.
I lost like all 3 of them.
She literally brings out 3 because she knows that she's not going to be able to find them after 5 minutes.
I lose the motherfuckers all the time. I had to pause on this because...
Was you dying?
I was. Anyway, the guys removing the posts, and they will be gone. And then when he's off work for a week in May, he's going to tear out the whole fence.
Yes.
You gonna come help me?
Sure.
Oh.
I'll actually come help.
He doesn't know how much fucking work he just got himself into there.
I mean, I wear jeans every day. I don't care. I'm not going to get caught in burrs.
You guys need to get some gloves because there is a lot of thorn bushes.
I will need some gloves.
You guys need to get yourself some nice heavy-duty bitch mittens and make sure that they're the... You can get them at Tractor Supply. They're just like work gloves. But
I have some in the garage.
Okay. Well, make sure you have enough for all of you because...
That I bought to work on the car. The car!
That way, you guys can mess with the thorn, work around them thorns and stuff and work with the sharp wire.
That's the reason why I want to do it in May before everything gets really alive.
Yeah,
and it gets really bad.
Really sharp.
Yeah. And May's cutting it close before it gets like that. For sure.
Might want to invest in one of those good-ass weed eaters, too. Just to hack it down so you can get to crush it all a little better.
The good news is that whole back fence is all staying. Because we want to leave it there just to kind of mark our property line. Just to leave it there. But the rest of it will come down.
Right.
Good news is I don't think we're really worried about saving it, are we?
No.
No, we literally just destroy it and get it out of there.
Gasoline, fire.
No, this is wire.
That's how you're doing it. Start with the barn.
Make a controlled fire.
I have a question. Why don't we just burn that down to the ground?
Because that's a big fire.
I mean, we never did because that's where Magnum's house was.
Here and hopefully like the next week or so, that will not be the case. Can we do that? Are we allowed to do that?
I don't know.
Anybody know? Is it legal to burn down my dead-ass barn?
I mean, it's already burnt down.
Can we call the fire? Well, we'd have to call the fire department and just be like, hey!
We live in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. We want to burn something that's already burned down.
Well, it fell down. And then we've ripped like 2/3 of it apart.
Yeah. Wait. What about our well? Would it be okay?
That's why I'm like, I don't know about that.
Never mind.
Put a big ass board over it. You'll have hot water for a week.
It's got like a whole casing, like a whole big...
Yeah, but you're going to have hot water for a week. You'll be like, man, I got boiling water out of the fucking faucet. Put it on the stove. Boom. Put spaghetti in. Damn.
Dude.
Best 30 seconds of my life.
You're ridiculous. Oh. We have big plans for that area over there.
Eventually.
I know. And my impatient ass wants it all, like, right now.
Of course. What a shocker, truly, right?
Right.
So, for our advice tonight, what are you guys thinking? Bang!
You were last. You gotta give us some advice.
No, because Odd looked like he had one.
You guys always just expect me to have one, is what the situation.
I solved that issue.
Do you want to know why? Because you're the adult in this situation.
So, I do have a pretty good one that relates to today. I mean, as I've been picking pieces of wood out of my hand. When you're doing fencing work for farming, make sure you wear gloves.
AKA bitch mittens.
Good bitch mittens at that. Not just poo-poo ones.
Stole that one from John Boy.
Yeah.
What, the bitch mittens? That's been a thing for a while.
I used to do landscaping work. You get good gloves for a reason.
It just beats the shit out of your hands.
Yeah.
But, I mean, those posts are like 20 years old. So, like, they're dead standing, literally.
Probably just kick them.
Yeah, so the slivers that go in are, like, dead, and
I'll wear my boots, and we'll just kick the fence. It'll be a fun day, I promise.
See, what we gotta do, though, is we have to clip the boards out of the fence, because I'm gonna burn all the boards.
Right.
And then the fencing, we're gonna, recycle it.
Yeah, we'll just get all the wire, kick all the boards down, and boom.
It's going to be a lot of clipping. Like, you might want to buy a second set of fencing pliers, I'm just saying.
Yeah, we might do that.
Because, like, that's a lot of clipping for one person going clip, 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 clip.
Oh, come on, Mal. It wasn't that much work today, was it?
There was a death stare in there.
I was going to say, if you guys saw the death stare I just got.
I know for a fact you guys heard that death stare.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
And I'm getting one too, because I'm being a smart ass.
Because he called me out about it.
Okay, Aries.
Motherfuckers. I just still don't know.
Yes?
You talking shit over there?
I didn't say a fucking word.
We're just doing our mind talk.
You didn't hear a fucking word from me, yeah? No? No. Alright.
Apparently.
Apparently, you're the only fucking deaf one here, I guess. And neither one of us fucking talked a bit, but yet you're blaming us out for it.
You're laughing. You're talking without words. Something's happening and I don't like it.
No! Fucking Red's really fucking baked.
Yeah,
so are you.
Yeah, I am.
I'm really not that bad. I wish I was. But, I mean, the mermaid's not really helping the situation.
The mermaid is
goddamn.
like a damn
This ain't even that bad. Fucking Daria.
Listen, that's a siren. That's not even a mermaid. And that's why we're going to name it what we're going to name it.
But she don't fucking know.
Yeah, she keeps talking.
Yeah, this is the 4th time she's brought it up, and she don't fucking know.
I'm gonna name you.
You're going to be a fucking dirty-ass siren, you know that?
You're gonna be a bitch, and you're gonna like it, and I just don't know what your name is.
Not yet.
I know what it fucking is, I just can't think of it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have it on the tip of my tongue, mate.
Like, I know what we're gonna name it. I just have to go look it up.
Cool, blimey.
I'm too high to know what the fuck the name is that I can't remember right now.
I'm too fucking high.
Oh,
My brain is so broken right now. It's not even funny. I'm also like having horrible leg pain from sitting like this for so long.
Horrible fucking long.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you best move your legs.
I am.
They're fucking dying.
They are.
You ain't moved in an hour and a half.
I know.
Oh, man.
There we go. That's a little bit better.
Because
Now my fat ass ain't sitting on top of
unlike me, you didn't move on the halfway point.
Yeah, no, I just sat right here. Continued to do my thing.
Yeah? Did you?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's broken. I wouldn't want to move too much on it as is.
I worry about it. It's just the one corner.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know, like, it might just fall out more and just be like, in the middle of the recording. That would be hilarious.
That'd be fucking great.
Be hilarious.
All they hear is a high-pitched scream or squeal or something from me, because that's what would happen.
Like, what the...
When it broke, I was like, fuck.
Oh.
Yeah, that's about what it was, too. Just a huge sigh of, oh, fuck me.
Like another one bites the dust.
Oh, so then I was like, yep, once every 2 years. And Mel goes, we've lived here for 4 years. I'm like, you're right, and this is our second one. So 4 divided by 2 is 2.
Well, I'm glad you guys told me that because I have a futon at home. So if I get 2 years out of that, I'll be sitting good.
Right? You just got yours, though, didn't you?
Yeah, so I got 2 years. I learned.
Yeah, but you don't sit 3 or 4 people on yours like we do ours.
Yeah, and yours doesn't live in the weather outside.
Yeah, but I still gave it 2 years.
Yeah, buddy.
I mean, you're not sleeping on it, so...
No, I'm not.
I mean, you were before. Your bed.
Yeah, well, other people crash at my place. So... But it's not all the fucking time.
You don't let the machinist sleep in your bed with you?
No. I like my bed to myself.
Oh, come on, just get a couple body pillows and just build a wall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just do like the Amish do. Do you know that's what they do after they start dating? Mm-hmm. They start sleeping together right away. But they sleep with a big fucking wall between them. And that way they can start getting used to each other, like talking to each other in bed and different stuff like that. Get to know each other a lot better really quickly.
But, like, I understand the basis of that, and that's actually not a terrible idea. Like, I get it. For their religious beliefs. Like, I kind of get it.
It's a really easy way to get used to talking to somebody and get used to somebody
if you don't
and learn them really well.
Yeah, if you don't believe in, like, actually sleeping together until you're married. You know what I mean? That's kind of an interesting way to go about that. That's kind of cool.
I mean, if more people did it, I bet you there'd be more relationships that worked out.
Probably.
I mean, come on. When you're laying in bed, I mean, what else is there, like... I mean, we don't get into bed until we're fucking ready to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Well, we don't get in bed until we're ready to go to sleep, honestly, at night.
And that's if we make it to our bed.
At night, that is. I mean, if we're gonna fuck, we just go fuck. And then, we go back out, have some munchies, this and that, watch a movie, come back to bed. So when we go to bed, it's actually time for bed. That's the kind of situation there. But
that's because we're married.
Yeah, that too. Plus, even when we first got together, me and Mallow already knew everything about each other. We've been really close friends since 7th grade.
Right.
Granted, she didn't know everything about, what I've done, and I didn't know everything that she had done in between time and time. But, after being together for almost 6 years, you know most every story that each other have by that point.
He lets me retell stories like a broken record, and it's awesome.
Sometimes you need a person who can do that.
Well, she'll be telling everybody else the story, and I'll just be like, yep. And then I could be like, and then this is what happens. But I don't. I just stand there. But you know what?
And then you go to slay the Jabberwocky.
On that note, the bowl we got's just about dead.
Okay.
And so is this show. And so is this show.
So yeah.
Deuces.
Later.
All right. So if you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to share, like, and subscribe to our YouTube and whatever you're on, Spotify. Yeah.
Wherever the hell you are.
We don't
just
know.
Because as much as we could get out there, the better it is for us, And I mean, obviously, it shows that you guys like it. And we appreciate seeing that you guys like it, so we would just love
smile. It really does.
Yeah,
love to see that sub.
Seeing everything, we're gonna get everything here rolling here soon.
So on that set, I also want to say that we have our episode comes out every Friday night. Usually, hopefully, we like to get out about 4:20. Depending on work schedules, it doesn't always work out that way.
But we try.
So you can hear the Ganja People every Friday night after 4:30-ish. Somewhere in the afternoon, evening time.
Yep.
Every single week.
All right.
On that note, we're just going to say we're out. So, just remember, don't let your meatloaf.
Keep it creative.
Keep it dank, Ganja Gang.
Toodaloo, motherfuckers.